What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Lurker back with another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing Marvel Studios Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. So if you haven't seen it, just know that I'm going to break down the trailer and talk about what actually happened in the movie. But if you just want to hear my advice, no spoilers, this is what I'm going to tell you about this movie. I didn't see it in 3D. I wish I did. It wasn't filmed in 3D according to Grace Randolph, I think her name is. It wasn't filmed in 3D, but there was a 3D option, and you know, you can already tell from the trailers that there's a lot of CGI in this movie. So that CGI probably would have looked a little bit better if it was in 3D. Like I might go rewatch it in 3D just to see what the difference is. But out of 10, I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. It could be debated down to a 7.5, but I don't see myself ever dropping it down to a 7. I think it was a decent movie. It's not, you know, gonna win any Oscars or anything like that. I mean, Jonathan Majors' performance as Kang is Oscar worthy, but we know how comic book movies get snubbed. Anyways, let me switch the scene real quick. All right, now I'm gonna go into spoilers. Yes, this movie takes place in San Francisco for about 10 minutes. Yeah.
You're an interesting man.
Yeah, the movie starts off with this part with Ant-Man looking, you know, hey, I'm an Avenger, I saved the world, blah, blah, blah. Here's him on the red carpet.
You're an Avenger.
You're an Avenger. And this is Kang talking in the background when he had Scott Lang and Cassie in prison. That was when he landed, which he did use Giant Man a lot in this movie, but I mean, Giant Man is supposed to take a lot of his stamina. He used Giant Man, I think, like 3 times in this movie. Well, one of those times doesn't count because I think it was during the possibility storm, and that was just a possibility of Scott Lang using Giant Man. Yep, and then this goes into him and Wasp, or Evangeline Lilly's character, having to pick her up from jail. And I know they recasted Cassie, but this Cassie did really well. I'm gonna put her name on the screen right up here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look out for her. Like, these younger Avengers, like Kate Bishop's character, and you know, you got Scar, you just got all these new young Avengers coming out, and the actors playing them are really good. I didn't have any critiques of her, except the fact that of how smart she is. I mean, the only way that makes sense, because she didn't get blipped away. She didn't get blipped away, so she aged normally. But when she aged after the blip. So who did she learn all this stuff from? Because Hank, Hope, and Janet were all dusted by Thanos when Scott Lang was trapped in the quantum realm. So for her to now, this is post Thanos, be so smart that she worked with Hank and Hope to build that satellite thing. I'm guessing she just theorized it, and they were like, okay, yeah, this is how you do it, this is how you do it, you know, whatever.
Time. Like me.
And this is the part, well, when it's blue like this is when that blue part is the Kang pulling them in. And watch. This part was epic. Janet was freaking the fuck out because she knows who Kang is. She kept it hidden from them. She never talked about her time in the quantum realm. Then everything gets zapped away. And that scene, well, it showed Cassie lose her grip, and he pretty much let go of his grip because he's like, I'm gonna save my daughter. But right before this scene, Janet and Hank get zapped in, and that's when Hope, she was across from him, and she jumped in as well. I thought that was cool that it actually showed them jumping in to save the people they cared about. Then you go into the quantum realm. Scott and Cassie pretty much get captured by Kang.
I'm the man.
And that scene when he shows up to their prison cells, like, if you're watching this far, I'm just gonna imagine that you've seen the movie already, but you cannot say that Kang isn't a cold ass villain for being like, I'll kill your daughter in front of you, then trap you in a looped time of having to relive that moment for eternity. That was when I was like, okay, Kang is something vicious.
Who can give you the one thing you want? What's that? Time.
This is his fortress area. I think it looks beautiful. Like, a lot of people are complaining about all this CGI, but I think it actually looks cool. I was getting like some heavy Star Wars vibes going on because in this show, obviously Kang conquered the quantum realm, so there's freedom fighters that are, they're trying to be a resistance. But like, look at how beautiful this is. That's why I'm like, man, I should have saw this in 3D. I might have to do it.
And shatter timelines. You cannot trust him.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the probability storm, which is this part. When Kang sends Scott to go retrieve the multiverse engine for his transportation throne, right under it, there was that possibility storm. I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't kind of get it, but I'm guessing it was just some scientific stuff. Basically, if Scott was unsure of himself, a piece of him would split off, and then they just kept splitting off until there was a whole bunch of them.
You cannot trust him.
Oh, and then I like Evangeline Lilly's hair right here. They cut it. She cut it for this movie, probably. And that's actually what her character looks like in the comic. Her hair is short at one point.
I don't care who this guy is. I just lost so much. He can give us a second chance.
Yeah, February 17th. Well, that's today. I saw it yesterday.
Let me make this
See, all this CGI, a lot of people were complaining about.
for you.
And this is the probability storm that I was talking about. So basically, like we all know, if you've seen this movie, this thing right here is the multiversal engine that Janet, she put a whole bunch of those size gadgets onto it and it exploded it. And this is what Scott was trying to recover for Kang. And eventually all the possibilities of Scott started working together, but it took Hope coming in to save him.
You will bring me what
To grab that exactly.
will end.
A new dynasty. Yeah, see that's the Giant Man. And I don't understand what happened here. I don't know why he was breaking apart like that. They didn't really explain it. It just sort of happened.
You may not want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
Because they never said the probability storm would kill you. It would show you times where you could die. Oh, one inconsistency about Kang's powers, I think it's about to show right here. Oh, that's MODOK. I'll talk about MODOK real quick. MODOK is Darren Cross from Ant-Man 1, and this is a helmet. When this comes off, he looks kind of ridiculous, but that's what MODOK's supposed to look like. A lot of people were bashing on the visual of Darren Cross's, head. It looked like a stretched out aspect ratio. But I mean, it's MODOK. What do you expect? Especially that type of character, and then just making it Darren Cross. It makes sense because Darren Cross got shrunk down and supposedly sent to the quantum realm. He would have been stuck there. So it kind of makes sense that Kang would use him and turn him into a machine only designed for killing. Mechanical organism designed only for killing, something like that. But an inconsistency with Scott.
You thought you could win.
Or not Scott, but Kang. It's his weapons. Okay, so we all know Kang. He can make blue light shapes, like the stairs that he did right here. Hold on. So he has this blue stuff. He shoots that. He was shooting at some of the rebellion, and they would die with one hit. But when he shot it towards the main characters, it would just do damage like a normal shot. So I don't know exactly how powerful these blue blasts are, but they were pretty powerful compared to some of the rebellion. And now I'll talk about the post-credit scene. I'm not gonna pull them up, because pirating isn't good. But okay, so the first mid-roll scene is basically tying into Kang Dynasty. You see what's his name, Ramen Tut, Immortus, like the different types of Kangs. You see them talking about how Scott killed one of the Kang and how the Avengers are starting to tap into the multiverse, and then all it does is like show like a huge coliseum, is where the Council of Kangs exists. I'm guessing that's going to tie into Avengers Kang Dynasty, which I don't believe comes out until 2025, so we got a long wait for that. But the second post-credit scene, the one at the very end, was you could call it like a Loki season 2 trailer, because it basically showed Loki and Mobius, you know, back in time. This post-credit scene was like a clip. It was like they clipped it from straight out of the second season. Maybe it's the first episode when they're looking for Kang, but you know, they find him easily, and Mobius is like, oh, the guy doesn't look too scary, blah blah blah. Anyways, that's it for my review of this movie. Like I said, I give it an 8 out of 10. You know, in letter grades, that's a B. I think a B minus is fair. What did you think about the movie? I'm gonna get off my soapbox for a second. Jot down your favorite part of the movie, or if you didn't like the movie, let me know below. Tell me what you didn't like about it. Let's start a conversation. If you like this video, make sure you smash the like button, and then hit the subscribe button so you can join the lurkers while we try to take over the internet, take over YouTube. Now that Susan Wojcicki is, she's stepped down, so I don't even know who the boss of YouTube is anymore. Anyways, that's it until next time. Peace, lurkers. Oh, make sure you hit the notification bell.